my lovely people, and welcome to Owen's Mind, a light-hearted trip through the contents of my head and the world in general. So, another day, another video. So, again, the panic buying thing is still going on. So, I have some thoughts, okay? Because governments come out, supermarkets come out, saying you don't need to be doing this. People are not listening. They're just not. The Australian Prime Minister came out and said he was very disappointed in the Australian public. They didn't care. I believe Angela Merkel's come out and said about the German people, you know, your behaviour is selfish, it's self-centred, it's unnecessary, you're ignoring government advice. And again, they don't care. So the supermarkets say, look, we're going to try and police it, okay? And what a lot of supermarkets have put into place, kind of, you know, we're going to limit 2 per customer, this item, that item, that item. But from what I understand, a lot of it is not being enforced. And it's not the supermarket's fault because they are very much under pressure. They did not expect this, you know, they couldn't have foreseen this. So they don't have the staff to police it. And even if they did, by the time it gets to the checkout, it's unrealistic to ask somebody who's really busy on a checkout to say, you know what, no, you're not allowed that, because people are going to kick off. Now, a little bit of background on me. I used to work at Sainsbury's and I used to run the front end, so the checkout area. I was a store supervisor at a moderate, you know, a medium-sized Sainsbury's. Not a local, not a huge one, but a middle one. So I kind of know what it's like for them, and they do really have my sympathy and my support at the minute. So I have an idea, and it's not going to fix anything, but it might be a temporary plaster while they come up with something else in the meantime. So somebody said to me, why don't you do like ration books and things, you know, like they used to do during the war. I'm like, well, okay, it's a good idea, but that takes a long time to implement. You can't just send out ration books to everybody. It takes time to do. So what can be done in store? This is something we did in store almost overnight. And the reason we did it was because our store had a lot of thefts of razors. You know, packs of Maxi razors and things. A good set was like, you know, £10-15, and people were stealing them because they're small, they're pocketable. And even though they're in protective covers with RFID chips on, people were finding a way around it. They used insulated bags and things. So essentially, a lot of them got stolen. So what we did, and essentially, I've seen other Sainsbury's stores doing this. It was Sainsbury's where I worked. They put cards out. So it's just a card, a blank card with the product on. And you took that card to customer services, you handed the card, they went and retrieved you one of the item, and then you paid for it, and that was it. Now, with what's going on at the minute, I think you could do that with essentials. Now, there is so many items being sold out. You obviously couldn't do it with everything, but if you picked maybe 5 or 10 essential items and had, so maybe toilet roll, medicine like paracetamols and things, baby food and baby formula, things like this, you know, the hand gels and the stuff that people are bulk buying, you know, all this kind of stuff. If they maybe put these cards out and just said, right, you now go customer services, and you had one member of staff whose job it was to kind of run this backwards and forwards when people made a request, or, you know, a number of staff in the bigger superstores. Again, it's at this point, it's putting a plaster on a severed artery, but it might help a little bit, and it might be a very temporary fix while they come up with something, you know, more substantial, because people are not listening. People don't care. They are not stopping. Even though the advice is don't do this, you don't need to. The shelves are not going to go empty. You don't need to do it. And I did another rant on this channel where I kind of really went off on it. I'm not going to swear in this one. This is going to be on the Quick Thoughts playlist. So I want everyone to be able to see this. I don't want to be able to just come and run my mouth and, you know, and then have it. So only over 18s can do it. This I just think it's an idea. And there's probably better ideas out there, but this is just my idea. And I just think, you know what, if somebody picks this up and says, well, maybe that, or maybe a variation of this, or maybe that, it's just an idea. And like I say, it worked for us. It stopped theft. Now, panic buying is not theft, but it's, again, it limits items per customer. And again, you can't do it for everything that's selling out, because the big supermarkets where I went the other day, everything is gone. All the frozen food, anything, any dry goods, canned goods, it's just gone. So you obviously couldn't do that for everything, because essentially then what you're doing is just a shopping list of cards that some poor member of staff has to go and do. And if you're going to do that, you might as well just do an online shop and order it. But actually in store, just for maybe pick 5 or 10 essential items and just say, right, we are now limiting it to 1 per customer. And because people aren't listening, or they're going in with, you know, with the family member, so you hold some toilet rolls, and little girl can hold some toilet rolls, and baby brother can hold some toilet rolls, and best friend's sister can hold some, and then, so, you know what I mean? Whereas if it's just, right, okay, get your card, go to customer services. Again, it's going to put pressure on one particular area as well. I'm well aware of that. It's wherever you direct this, it's going to put more pressure on a certain department. If it goes to customer services is going to have a queue 10, 20 people deep wanting their anti-bac and their toilet rolls. But maybe there's a way. Maybe there's something they can do. The supermarkets are much smarter than me. Maybe they know a way that they could implement something like this, because, like I say, at the minute, this limiting purchases just isn't working. And the danger of it not working is that because the staff don't have the time or the manpower to actually police it effectively, other customers are laying into them unfairly, going, why are you letting that person do that? So they're getting people coming down on them. Customers are having a go at other customers who they see as panic buying, and that's getting out of hand. And from what I understand, in this country, we've not had lots of fights in stores. I've heard lots of anecdotal stuff, but I've not seen anything on the news where people kind of come into blows in a car park over a 6-pack of Andrex. But you can kind of see it coming, so maybe this is like a little workaround. And again, I just think if you limit the purchases this way, it might discourage people who will come in and panic buy other stuff, because if they know I can only get one toilet roll at this store, they might not come in thinking, well, I'll get 4 toilet rolls and I'll get 4 packs of toilet rolls and I'll get 10 packs of beans and 10 and you know what I mean? It might also kind of limit that a little bit. I don't know. Anyway, so that's my thoughts. Whether you agree with it or not, please stop panic buying. There's just the very term, panic. You're panicking, you don't need to. What we need now is a bit of calm and a bit of control. The supermarkets have said, we're not going to run out of anything. We're not going to run out. We've got a very good, robust supply chain, but you're putting unnecessary pressure on it, which could be detrimental. And it is already being detrimental to other customers, because when they come in at that certain time of day, if you finish work and you've only got like half an hour to go to the supermarket, and the shelves are empty, they may have the stock. The stock may be coming in. The stock may be there the next day, but you're there then. And you can't wait. So you go into a store and there's nothing there. Whereas if everybody just took a little bit of what they need, it would always be there for the next person. So please, and like I say, from the bottom of my heart, for these people who are manning the supermarkets and at the minute, you're doing an incredible job. I know how hard it is. I've worked Christmases in some of the bigger stores and it's chaos. And from what I understand, a lot of people have said this is worse than Christmas. These people are there to serve you. They're there to help. Don't have a go at them. It is not their fault if the customer before you bought every item you want. Don't have a go at them saying, look, why isn't this on your shelf? It's not their fault. They want to be able to serve you stuff. It's in their interest for you to go in there and get everything you need. It's not their fault. Please don't lay into them, because they are going through everything you're going through, and they're having to deal with customers who are being rude and ignorant and just not getting the fact that it is not their fault. So please support them, give them a thank you, and stay safe, and hopefully we'll all get through this better. But I think lessons learned from this is just, as much as people like to talk about how selfless they all are, I think this is showing a real ugly side to this society. And again, it's not everybody, but there's who you are, and I think a lot of people are doing this. And when times get tough, a lot of people's attitude is very much, I'm taking care of myself. And of course you're going to take care of yourself and your family because they are your primary concern. But panic buying doesn't do that. If you've got a family of 4 and you might have to isolate for a couple of weeks, you don't need 48 toilet rolls. Just a few will do. Whatever you buy in a normal week, doubling that is probably excessive. But if you have to quarantine for 2 weeks, maybe so. And I don't believe anybody out there has ever, for a weekly shop, gone out and bought 50 toilet rolls. So why do you now have to buy 100 because you might be locked in your house for 2 weeks? It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, that's it, guys. That's all I wanted to say. So again, stay safe, look after yourselves, look after your loved ones, and hopefully we'll all get through this together. So until next time, bye for now.